After Golden State's 34-point win against the Cleveland Cavaliers, Stephen Curry has proven himself unquestionably the greatest basketball player on the planet. Now, leading into the game, there was a little bit of hype because of his comments about champagne and the smell in the Cavaliers guest locker room, blah, blah, blah. LeBron took it personally as disrespectful. But you would have thought the Cavaliers would have come out and been the more aggressive team, the team that would have shown that they were the ones that lost in the NBA Finals, not the Golden State Warriors. But after getting your butt whooped by 34 points, and Stephen Curry goes for 35 while sitting in the fourth quarter, along with your other starting four, he has proven himself the best player on the planet. Golden State has proven himself far superior to the Cleveland Cavaliers at this point in time. And in case people were living over the rock and haven't actually been objectively watching basketball, as if they're not fans, only fans of their team, if they haven't watched the Golden State Warriors one game this year or haven't been watching LeBron's abysmal perimeter shooting, here are some numbers to throw at you to prove just how dominant Curry has been and the areas in which he has already asserted himself, in my eyes, better than LeBron James. Curry is shooting 51% from the field, averaging almost 5 threes per game, 45% from three, despite the fact that if people actually watched Curry, you would see that these aren't, three-point shots off screens. These are hard working three-point shots he does. This guy dribbles around the court and is lethal from literally everywhere. From the three-point line to about 40 feet out, he is unfathomably good. And this just goes from his technical skill and the fact that despite his lack of physical stature, this is a guy that you can tell has learned and mastered every single technical aspect of the game that you can master, from ball handling to court vision to the technique involved in a shot. But going on 45% from three, 90% from the free throw line, something that he has come up clutch game after game, playoff after playoff game. If you foul him late, he is nailing those free throws. 5.3 rebounds per game, 6.4 assists, 2 steals, and 30 points a game. Barring injury or San Antonio Spurs miraculously overtaking Golden State in terms of record, I think he's unquestionably going to win MVP again. And the shocking things as compared to LeBron, which I just never made sense, and I am honestly not even a Golden State Warriors fan. They're not the main team that I support. I can't even really say I support them all. I just love watching them play. Objectively, as a basketball fan, I can just say I love watching them. But the thing that is just so miraculous, and you can tell that really separates people that watch the game through doesn't, is that you would know that compared to the 6'9", 260 LeBron James, Stephen Curry is actually shooting a better field goal percentage. Yeah, a better field goal percentage. Matter of fact, he shoots a better field goal percentage, averages more threes per game, shoots a better three-point percentage, despite the fact that LeBron is actually, before he was told, one of the worst perimeter shooters in the league at the time, shoots more threes per game, has a better three-point percentage, better free throw percentage, more assists, more steals, and more points per game. That's 7 categories he is better than LeBron. LeBron only averages more rebounds per game, and that's due to the fact that his game is predicated around his 6'9", 260 amazing gift of size, speed, ability, and strength. Now, this is why Golden State is so consistent, is that their team is built around a lineup that each player technically is superior. You cannot teach a jump shot to someone overnight. This is something that is technically built. And they are the best perimeter shooting team I've ever seen. Point blank. Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Harrison Barnes, these guys have worked at their craft and have mastered a three-point shot that only takes years and years of effort and consistent, redundant effort. And this is the final part in which not only do I see Curry as one of the best player on the planet right now, but when I compare it to LeBron and who I would potentially take at this point in time, I just look at the intangibles, the things that will always come up in clutch time due to repetition and practice. And if I were to take the body of LeBron James and I were to put Stephen Curry's skills into the body of LeBron James, would they tangibly carry over? They unquestionably would. If you had Curry's shooting ability in the body of LeBron's, in LeBron's body, you would probably have the most unstoppable force in NBA history. I can't even fathom that. 6'9", locomotive that could shoot like that would probably be the greatest player of all time. Whereas if I took LeBron's skills as a player and exclude his 6'9", 260 frame with speed, strength, and power and put it into the body of Stephen Curry, what would you have? I'm not even sure you would have a starter in the league. And that's where I find Curry's consistency to come up big. It's just technical repetition to the point where physicality doesn't matter. I mean, LeBron throws Curry down to the ground, and Curry responds with three-pointers again and again and again. And Golden State works so well because they play off his strengths. You have to try to strangle him from the moment he comes past half court. If you try to trap him, he gives up the ball immediately. And you have to defend him for the entirety of him being on the offensive side of the floor. That's unbelievably difficult to do to a guy. I mean, he's lethal from literally everywhere. And that's where people have made discussions, even though I think it's a little ridiculous, to crown him most improved player along with MVP again. It's just that his work ethic and his progression, the fact that he has mastered his technical skill of shooting, dribbling, court vision, his ceiling is so high because of it. Because players now focus more on their physical attributes, whereas his technique is flawless. And that is where, in my opinion, he is the greatest basketball player on the planet right now. Is because when it comes to clutch moments, he has the practice and the repetition to just keep producing. It's not physical. It's all up here. And that kid's believing, he's having fun, the whole team's having fun, and they're a force. The only team, in my opinion, that can stop him, San Antonio. That's it. San Antonio, Golden State, Western Conference Finals. That's the title right there, barring injury. But that's just my opinion. I want to know what you guys think. This is Abba with All Things Sports, and I'll see you guys later.